and she reached in her purse, and right as she put her hand in it, she immediately started running away. What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am your average Redditor, and today we're going to be looking at r/ProRevenge. Before we get into the video, subscribe with notifications on for daily Reddit content. Right, let's get into these crazy Reddit stories. So this first story is actually from one of you guys. Big shout out to XXXTabletop, who is in my Discord server and sent me this amazing story of revenge. Now they actually posted this in r/ProRevenge as well, and it actually got 600 upvotes there. So if you guys have any good stories, get involved in the Discord, the link is in the description. Send me a message and you never know, you might just be in the next Redditor video. Steal my phone and try and sell it? I'll ruin your life and marriage. So this happened about 4 months ago, so sorry if everything is a little wonky. I'm also typing this on mobile, so spelling could be off. So I had an iPhone 6 that I had laying around for a while. Fully working, just a very tiny crack on the top left corner. I ended up trying to sell it on Facebook Marketplace, as I didn't like Craigslist. I put the listing up for $65, as I thought that was a very fair price. I had it up there for around 12 hours before I got some good buyers. Most of them were asking $50 to $40, and I politely declined, as I knew because it was around Christmas time, I would get an offer for the asking price pretty quickly. I soon found a message for $65, and we decided to meet up at a local car park. I walked there as it was close to my house and sat on a bench for a good 5 minutes until I saw her. She was a female in her early 30s with long brown hair and was wearing what seemed to be a gym outfit with a thick coat on the outside. We talked and I let her take a look at the phone and showed that it was fully working and the little crack as it said in the description. She seemed to like the phone and I gave her a minute to look around the phone and web browse it to see how fast it was, etc, etc. I asked if she liked it and she said something along the lines of, "It's fine." And I asked if she had the $65 asking price for the phone, and she reached in her purse and right as she put her hand in it, she immediately started running away. At this point I was very startled as I didn't expect it to happen at all. She jolted like Sonic to her car before I could even take out my phone and take a picture of the license plates. She was already driving off before I could. I never got a picture of it as my phone is stupid slow, iPhone 6s, and even if I did get a picture, the car would be too far away. And at that point, she put the pedal to the metal. My hands were shaking and I never called the police as I'm not brave enough, so instead I ran home. I told my parents everything that had happened and they started asking me questions like, what did she look like, what clothes was she wearing, etc, etc. Then my mum asked the golden question that my brain is too stupid to remember: what site did you sell it on? I had her whole profile on my phone. I started messaging her, but no response. I went through her friends list and looked at every profile. I found her frickin' husband. I messaged him immediately asking if this was his wife. He answered the good old yes. I started explaining everything that had happened and how she had stolen my phone. He said he would talk to her. I got a response like an hour later saying how he had found the phone and how his wife was saying how it was hers, that she forgot about it for a while. Turns out they were already thinking about a divorce before this had all happened, and I just put the cherry on top. I threatened to call the cops, but he demanded me not to, as they were going through enough already. I regret doing this, but I did report her to the police after a talk with the husband over text. She got slammed by them. She was arrested for theft and one other warrant for a drug charge. She ended up getting in jail for I think a couple of months. I could be wrong, and her husband filed for a divorce. They had a 2-year-old baby, which I forgot to put down, and the husband got full custody of her. She wasn't allowed back into her house, and I'm not really sure where she is now, but the ex-husband says she is not at all well financially. I really regret what I did to her, as I think it was in the wrong to force the divorce on the husband. But in the end, I got the phone back and ended up selling it finally for $60 without anyone stealing it this time. I hope you enjoyed reading this story I had from a while back, and don't make any decisions you will regret. Just a quick tip, if you're gonna steal something, don't do it with your whole name, age, picture, and name of husband on your profile. Thanks. Edit, realised I forgot to put the selling part on there, but she did try to sell it on the same place I did. What an idiot. Well, big love to Tabletop for this story. This is the first Discord story I've read out, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree it was a very good one. You definitely shouldn't feel regret for calling the police. That's what you're meant to do. These crazy people need to be locked up. It's just a fact. Sexually harass your staff and take their tips? I'll close your business and ruin your life too. So when I was 19, I was strapped for cash. My usual job was seasonal and I needed a quick job close to home that I could do for a few hours after classes. I had a gas guzzler car and all my money basically went into it. So I decided to apply to this really trashy little pizza joint just down the road from where I was living at the time. It was also right off the highway on my way home from class, so it was convenient. Now I knew the money wouldn't be stellar, but waitressing usually comes with some nice tips. The base pay was $6 an hour, so not horrible if we were slow. The boss was a Greek guy by the name of Bill. He was mid-40s and he named this pizza restaurant after his daughter who passed away. So you'd think he's a nice empathetic guy who loves his business, right? No. When I started, I thought I'd really like it. You cook and serve, which is what my seasonal job was, but I got paid a lot more. and the place was slow, so it was never stressful. The other girls I worked with were also there for quite a while, like 3 or more years. So I figured it must be a nice place to work, or have some benefits. By my second or third shift, I was getting kind of fed up with the boss. He took our tips, all of them. He explained that it was to cover our mistakes, of which none had been made the entire time I worked there. He would always ask weird questions about my heritage, my nationality, how many miles on my car, which I found was a euphemism for something else. And he started making really disgusting comments about how pretty I was and how I should come party at his place. I asked the other girls if they experienced it. They all said yes. For all these years they experienced this and I couldn't believe they stayed. I guess they felt bad for him or maybe didn't feel like finding a better job. Who knows? We were all young girls ranging from 18 to 21. Now I've had a lot of jobs under the table. They're usually my favourite to be honest. But when you take your staff's tips and ask them to F you, it leaves me with one ultimatum. Quit and pretend you never worked there and try to forget, or quit and take this POS down too. So I did the latter. I got the girls' full names and dates of employment. I found out Bill's full legal name and the opening date of his company. I submitted tax evasion forms to the IRS and a complaint to the state about him taking tips and sexual harassment. My final shift, a day or two after, I made myself 2 big pizzas, took a 2-litre bottle of soda, and told my co-worker to take care. After I got home, I sent her a picture of the envelope addressed to the IRS and told her she should find another job. About a month later or so, the place was permanently closed. I don't know what happened to Bill, but I assume he was never able to finish his home renovations he was so excited about. I hope he never gets to be a boss ever again. Wow, OP did everything perfectly in this story. She even warned the other girls so that they had time to find another job. Some people just wouldn't have done that. It's one thing leaving your job when your boss is just a disgusting predator, but it's another thing reporting them, and this is what this person did so well. Anyway, this brings us to the end of r/ProRevenge. I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have, please like, share, and subscribe for more daily Reddit content.